Okay, so here's another topic. Thank you, one of my viewers, Christian. He shared his analogy on the latest news on, again, they always bring up the 9 plus 1 plus 1 events. Once a while, they will bring it up. So this time they brought it up and said that there were two new victims that they identified, one man, one woman. The man is the 1648, and then the woman is the 1649 victims. And so when I check the numbers like 1648, um, I just roughly, briefly do a research on the numbers. So the in year 1648, so has been suggested as possibly the last year in which the overall human population declined, coming towards to an end of a broader period of global instability, which include the collapse of the Ming Dynasty and the 30 Years' War, the latter uh, of which ended in 1648 with the Peace of Westphalia. So, which means it's funny, they reference this, probably use this so-called victim, identified victim, to refer to the decline of the overall human population, and then peace treaty for the 30 Years' War, and the collapse of the existing system, right? Ming Dynasty. So that is really crazy. And then 1648, year 1649, the next year, the following year, July 27 is they the Commonwealth of England Parliament passes the Act for the promoting and propagating the gospel of Jesus Christ in New England. So that is extremely interesting. They purposely created this so-called, I think, agenda to promote Jesus Christ. Okay, so technically speaking, in year 1648 and 49, there were numerous wars in different parts of the world, and there were conflicts like everywhere. It's insane. And then they made up and like signed peace treaties with each other. So that is number one thing that mentioned in the end times in the Bible, peace treaty, right? They signed the peace treaty. And then the second thing related to the end times is actually the opposite of the end times. It says that is the last year of the overall human population declined. So technically now is the beginning of the overall human population declined because they created all these destructions and as rituals sacrificially killing humans. So that's second thing, and then the third thing is the end of one era. So like the collapse of the Ming Dynasty. So the collapse of the existing system, the beginning of a new system. So these 2 years, like technically telling us all that they are ushering in this end times events. So that's pretty interesting. Like they just all of the sudden, out of the blue, say they identified two more victims, and there you go, right? And so looking back at the calendar, um, the high watch time right now is like from I get of course today, but like especially tomorrow, Tuesday, Wednesday, and then some people like say like the 14, there's something going on the 14. I forgot what's that. I don't remember. I think it's the blackout or something. But then I would say the 16 is like for like FF wise, the 16 is a high watch for Canary Island eruption again. The trigger of the so-called sinking of the whole the whole island, and then the tsunami on both the Europe and the east coast of US, and then like so this week is just it's just as exciting as the previous week, but right now we just all the FFs keep happening. First of all, last week, first of all, is the bankruptcy of the second largest city in the UK, the Birmingham city, and then like the Canary Island swarm, earthquake swarm on Friday. Then now the government's not sure if they will shut down soon. So I think the shutdown is the third try within this year. So it could be successful this time. Um, so far, I would say high watch time again. I'm not talking about next week yet because I still need to do some research on next week. But like the last week of September, which is the end of September, like I said, the seventh month or the first month of the in the Enoch calendar, the 11th day, it will be on from 25th to 27th, so it's extremely high watch. And that since the 30th is the deadline for the U.S. government to create another budget plan, so then technically 29th, the Friday, and into the Saturday, the 30th, will be high watch time too.